It was a young gentleman of 48 years of age. He wasn't married, this gentleman. He was a director of a company, very independent young man. Had a lot of hobbies, cycling, hill walking, all these types of things. Very rarely sat down, were his words when he spoke to us. And this is a gentleman, because of his cancer and the spread to different various parts of his body, he was actually bedbound and couldn't really get out of bed. And using all the equipment we've got, he was still very uncomfortable, so he really was bedbound, and he was in one of the side rooms. And when we had a conversation with him, because his condition was deteriorating, but he's still able to engage and have conversations. And when we asked what was important to him, he said it had been weeks since he had been outside in the fresh air, and he just wanted to feel that fresh air on his face. And actually, he couldn't think of anything better that when he was dying, if that's how he died, with the fresh air on his face. Now, we spoke about opening the windows, having the fan on, but none of that was really what he was looking for. So then we suggested that we had a conservatory that had lovely doors that you could open up and the fresh air could come in. So for 2 or 3 days, when this gentleman's visitors came in, we took him round to the conservatory and opened the patio doors, and he absolutely loved it. And as you can see with the scenery round about here, there's hills and the lovely blue sky. And his family were just overwhelmed with how we could support that, because this gentleman had been at home in bed for quite a few weeks, hadn't been able to get out. So the bedroom window open wasn't anything like it was in here. And I remember taking this gentleman back to his room one night, and he felt things were changing, and he said, I don't think I've got much longer now. He just had this inner feeling that things were changing. And he said, could I ask you to promise me that when the time comes and I'm lying in bed, that I'll have the fresh air on my face? So this gentleman did deteriorate 2 days after that, and the nurses took him round to the conservatory for his visitors. He didn't want to go back to his room after the visitors, and he died that afternoon in the conservatory with the patio doors open and the wind and the fresh air and everything coming in. And it was just an amazing day, and I think that's what his family remembered, is the support that we had listened to him, that what was important to him. He wasn't getting tucked up in bed and everything was okay. We took him round to the conservatory. He had the fresh air on his face. He had the sky and the hills round about, which we're very fortunate here. And that's how this gentleman died, very peacefully.